Vibes Radio, playing music for the people, by the people, to the people.
And finally, that moment that we've all been waiting for. We've got Alborosie joining us live via Zoom from Jamaica. Greetings.
Greetings.
We love the album for the culture, man. We love it.
For the culture, to the world. 876 to the world.
Yes,
reggae
sir.
culture, global culture.
Just gonna say, first of all, big up for everything you do for reggae music. We see you, we hear you, and we really appreciate the vibes. And I know you're busy, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on Season Circle. We've been playing the album for the Vibes Nation, by the way, and a lot of positive vibes on Twitter and everywhere, and so much love. And right now we have the first question for you, and it's been clear that things haven't been easy on everybody, and Corona, COVID. Can you talk to us about your creative process during these difficult times, because you were in studio most of the time, right?
Well, this is my house. I live here. I got my coffee also, you know what I'm saying?
So coffee sorted, you got the studio, I see your stuff in the background.
Yes, this is my house. I walk from the bathroom to the studio. So good. I don't eat in the studio. Yeah, I don't eat no food in the studio.
Okay, so that's the only thing. But you have this creative space in your yard, so it's easier for you to lock down per se.
Well, the studio is not only my musical, I just come in the studio to relax. It's completely silent. It's not only for loud music, also for silence.
Also
it's an
for
amazing place for
silence.
silence.
Yes, I can only imagine. So you lock yourself in there and it's just quiet for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay. And Sheriff's got a question too.
Blessed love.
Yes, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, blessed. Talking about quiet, I know what you mean. I got 3 kids of my own, so I know that sometimes you need to go hide, huh? Right? Yes, sometimes you just need that. I also have my own space, my own office in the back of my house, so that's where I go for my own silence. Those silent moments.
And my padlock is big like this. Big padlock. That's it.
I know what you're talking about. So I want to go back to my favorite song from you, Unprecedented Times. I've always been bassing this song ever since the first day it came out. I want to just get into your kind of vibe. I want to know about the song. What was the inspiration behind it? I know it's a Corona song, of course. That's the inspiration behind it. I want to get how has it been for you as an artist in this industry during these difficult times?
Well, I like myself in the studio and just create music.
Yes.
Actually putting music together for whenever we're going back on the road. So my catalog is just going to be bigger and better.
Yes.
So this is basically what I do, but I do it naturally. I mean, I'm in the studio, listen to some music. I always listen to music every night, different music from all over the world.
Yes.
I was listening to some Peruvian compilation.
Yes.
I love Cuban music, South American music. Lately, I'm listening to Cuban music.
Yes.
So I get inspired by a lot of music, a lot of people, a lot of cultures. I love people from all over the world.
Yes.
One world, one culture.
Yes.
And so that's how I create. I just put everything together like a soup and the elements.
Yes.
And creating my reggae using a little Cuban guitar.
Yes.
Some percussion from Africa.
Yes.
Some I don't know, flute from some Asia, whatever. And then music.
This question has been asked a couple of times. We always trying to ask this question also to the artists. Sometimes we have artists also having their own favorite artists, and also I want to know initially from a biography. We know that this particular artist who inspired you when you're getting into the business, getting into music. But right about now in your industry, where you are right now, at your level, do you have any kind of a favorite artist? Is there an artist who you listen to more, or who you love the music, or basically just getting the kind of a vibe?
I listen to everything. The difference between me and maybe other people is that because I'm a producer
as well, yes,
recording engineer, I listen to everything and everything is good. Because everything makes sense, even when there's no sense, but it makes sense.
It has some sense. Yes.
I'm not one of the people that they say, oh, I don't like this, I like this, I don't like that. You know, the I don't like, I don't like, the I don't like. Because you have to accept everything.
Yes. Has some sense.
To put sense in it and
Yes.
remember that reggae, if a person listening to reggae from
Yes.
a pop
Yes.
kind of point of view, they say, oh, I don't like reggae.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and then the reggae people say, oh, I don't like pop.
Uh-huh.
But music complement, these two type of music complement each other. Yeah.
True that.
So they are essential to the life of somebody. So I eliminate from my catalog the word
Yes.
I don't like, and I like everything.
Everything.
I
As-
like
as long
every
as it-
person, every country, every culture, every music.
Yes.
Because it's all from humans, and humans are great people. So I like everything.
I agree with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, now because you said you like everything and you love all the artists and you appreciate it, on the new album For the Culture, you're featuring like some great artists. You got Collie Buds on it. You got Joe Masamali. We love it. Boom, boom, boom for the culture. Yeah. You got you know, the Wailing Souls. So because you're one of those people who appreciate all artists and all type of music, how then do you select the artists that you're going to have on your album, for instance? Is it more difficult because you appreciate everybody, or do you have certain sounds that you think, I want to have that on the album?
Well, basically because I collaborate with everybody, almost everybody already. So there's not much people left.
Yeah.
You know, so Calibos was one of them, Wailing Souls, Drummer said
Yeah.
Rick Bridge, you know, so good person, good
Yeah.
friend of mine. So, you know, I try to collaborate with people as I have a connection with.
Uh-huh.
But definitely I would collaborate with even artists outside of reggae. That would be interesting for me. It's like a photography, right? You're taking a picture. And so for me, it's the same thing. Like I like to capture a moment within the sound, and not necessarily must be a reggae artist. Could be also a rock artist, because it's, look what I did with a Metallica song, right?
Yes.
With Raging Fire. That is a heavy metal song,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be a nice reggae ballad.
True. That's really true.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Like, you know. But
Okay, so you have to
definitely-
have a connection. I understand that. I'm an artist as well. It's easier to work with people who you vibe with outside. You have a certain connection, so when you come in the studio, it's easier to just create music together, right?
Well, you see, remember, some artists, they are big, huge, like they believe that whatever, so they put their manager first. You know, with somebody like me, I'm a person that, you know, I'm a restaurant owner. I cook for you. I'm the chef. I'm the waiter. I bring the meal for you. I bring the pasta, right? I'm gonna cook the pasta for you. I bring it on the table and say, let me know if you love it. Hey,
Okay.
I love Italian pasta. Yeah. So I keep my music like that, very organic.
All right.
You're gonna speak to me. You're not gonna speak to my manager and make you feel like, oh, I don't want to do no song with this guy, because the manager gonna fuck it up for you.
Yes.
I want to make sure that me and you're gonna get a connection, artist to artist, because we have to work together, and that's the way I work. So basically, I link with everybody, myself personally, before anything else.
Okay. I think that's a great, that's a big deal, because a lot of artists, like you said, now especially, the more we move on, the more people believe that you have to have the manager before you get into the artist. So respect for that, because you're keeping it real, you're keeping it organic. I love it. And also we're talking about...
I do have a manager, don't get me wrong, you know, but...
You want to connect. I
disrespect
understand.
to my managers. I love you guys, but what I'm saying is... no, because listen, they're going to charge me more. So, you know, guys, I love you. Okay? I love you, okay? It is. At least... between artists, I mean, I'm not speaking to promoters. You know, the promoter, you know, they're like, you know, but when it comes to artists, if I have to do a song with you,
it's
Nazizi,
better to connect.
I'm gonna speak to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go show the general there, you know, and tell him that I speak to you directly.
Yeah, I think that's really amazing. And also we're talking about For the Culture, the single.
Yes, just before I get into that, you mentioned, of course, about, we know Wailing Souls is on the new For the Culture album. And I can't help thinking about other cultural artists and how it is for them in Jamaica. We know that for some time, maybe in some years back, reggae had taken a bit of a slump in Jamaica because of dancehall had come out more and more. So how is it for the cultural artists right now? How are they coping in this time, difficult times? Would you know?
Jamaica is not really producing too much reggae right now, and it's a little sad to me personally. This is an observation from also somebody that look at it from the outside. I'm in Jamaica, but also I can look at it from a different point of view.
Yes.
I split myself between myself and a European person that come from Europe at the end of the day.
Yes.
And I don't really hear enough reggae pushing out of Jamaica. There's some brilliant artists, obviously, some roots reggae artists.
Yes.
But it seems like they don't find their space because the industry don't allow them to do so. Because nowadays everything is a format. You have to, they're trying to abolish good music. Remember, like in the 60s and 70s, great artists like the Queen, Led Zeppelin, like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. They go in the studio and spend time to create and craft the music and the solos and the instrument. Nowadays, that's finished.
Yes, it's no longer there.
It's disposable music.
Yes.
It's music that we're going to dispose after 1 month and move on to something else. Because nowadays, the artists, they are social media personalities.
Yes.
They are not artists anymore. So
it's more about the brand.
The new mentality of the world is to kill the art form to create some influencers.
Yes, yes.
So me and you, we are not artists anymore. We have to be influencers.
Yes.
and I stay far from influencer. Yes. You understand? Anything that influencer, I'm gonna stay
far from it.
Okay? So the thing in Jamaica, I don't hear. I mean, it's there, but it's not. They are not pushing it out just to give space to the badness and the slackness or some other type of whatever.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily agree with that. Obviously, there's some nice, good song coming out. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But it's some relevant artists nowadays in Jamaica. They're pretty much violent with their lyrics, and I don't really support that.
Yes.
We don't support violence and slackness. We support fight and consciousness. Yes, I.
Now, again, just before I get into that album, that particular song, your Italian roots, and of course, the famous Italian foods, the pizzas, the pastas. Espresso. Did you get to import that to Jamaica and maybe just bring a bit of your Italian influence to Jamaica? We talked about cooking.
Jamaica.
No, sorry.
Jamaica is like Miami, bro. We have everything in Jamaica, bro.
Yes, I agree.
You go to the supermarket and you buy the spaghetti, you buy the sauce, you buy the Italian ingredients, the Parmesan, you know what I'm saying? And you have the pizza. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good in Jamaica, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're set with the foods and everything.
Set with everything.
You don't need. All right, now
from the culture.
And by the way, I love the artwork on the culture. It's really kind of an old school artwork. Kind of bringing out that vibe, really reggae vibe. And talking about this album, this particular tune, the single that holds the name as well for the culture, it's already hit about 1 million views in about 2 months. Were you expecting this huge success with this particular song, or it just came out?
We also we have many artists out there that they do like hundreds of millions of views and 2 billion views and whatever. So we conscious people, so we experience a little bit of aggressiveness, coming from the Babylon system. And so remember that our views, they are legal, and a lot of views and likes out there are just for sale.
Generated. Generated views.
So we are real. We are true people. So, and, let me be honest with you, set the joke aside. The strength of an artist is when we perform.
Yes.
I see a lot of artists with views and likes and millions and this and that, and then they go live and they have 200 people in front of you.
Yes. You wonder where the rest of the millions?
Yes, we enjoy sold out clubs, fully loaded performances.
Yes.
And the love from all people from the United States to South America to Europe, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, all the Pacific Islands and Hawaii and all of that. So we enjoy, full capacity clubs.
Yes.
And that is to me the signal that the music is going through.
Yes.
And it's not just a fake world that,
social
right
media.
Here. Social media, fake world, which is a nice world, don't get me wrong, I'm not against the social media. But in the meantime, you have to be real. You have to separate the reality from the fake.
Yes.
And the reality is that basically for an artist like me, like you, Nazizi, when you go perform,
Yes.
and people pay to come see you,
Yes.
if you have 100 people, or if you have 2,000 people come to see you. So when you get the 2,000, say, okay,
Something
my
is working.
views are lows, but my fans, they are high.
It's very interesting you said that, because in Africa there's a trend right now where a lot of the top artists are buying views, and for me it doesn't make any sense, because it's like you pay for the production, you pay for your video, you make all this energy, and then you also buy the views to fool yourself that people are watching your video that you worked so hard to make. So that's a really amazing point. And for me also, just thinking like, you came to Jamaica, you moved to Jamaica. How many years have you been there now?
Oh, like 2020, from 1995.
Wow. From
Somewhere,
1995, 20 something years. And that's super
Yeah.
amazing. In the beginning was difficult, but I see like right now is your home. You can get your pasta, you can get everything. Or do you still feel like...
Let me give you a news.
Yeah.
Jamaica is my home, and I live here.
Yes.
I have my family, I have my everyday life.
All right.
But I still get a fight sometime from the industry, because obviously we have to be honest also, right? It's not all the time that the industry endorse my music for some stupid reason. Like the stupid reason is like, because I come from foreign. In Jamaica, you have to basically let go the cash to have a song playing on the radio, right?
Yeah.
And I can't go around and tell you that, it's fully endorsed, simply because I don't want to do that. This is a Babylon system that I don't condone. Not in Jamaica, not in Europe, not in Africa, not in America.
Yeah.
And I don't fear it. I don't fear to talk. That's the reality. You understand? The reality is reality. So it's still a lot of work to do to try to curb the mentality of the people.
Yes, I. Yeah.
Because the mentality, the Babylon is a disease that's worse than coronavirus. Is in right here.
True.
And you have to curb the mentality, and the way you do it is that when you put out some great music, and they are forced to play the music because everybody demand. Everybody demanding for the culture.
I mean, I totally understand you, and I really love that you came up with that concept for the album, for the culture. I can only imagine how tough it's been and how challenging it has been. Like you said, everybody's gonna say Albo comes from a foreign. Albo comes from a Rome, which must be another situation altogether. And but honestly, we rate it. We rate the works, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us. We want you to give us a message for Africa, because we stream all over Africa. So something for Africa.
Africa, me and you need to talk. Africa, we have to be strong. This is a serious time. Time has been serious, but this time, no. It's a little bit more serious than the usual time. So we have to keep the faith, because without the faith, we is like a tree with no roots. And the roots is what keep we grounded. And we have to help ourselves and help our brothers and sisters and live together as one. And when we see the serious time that we're facing now, we're standing stronger and taller than the wall that try to, limit our vision and our view. So my message to you is keep the faith, believe in yourself, and believe in the future.
Okay, I love it. Now, one more thing, Alborosie. We've got our slogan for the show. We always say it every time, every minute on the show. We say, Manalaya, no cat. So when I say Manalayan, you say no cat, all right? Here we go. Manalayan.
No cat.
Yes, I. Big up on yourself, Alborosie. Thank you so much for joining us in Season Circle. Respect, and we know the album is going to do amazing. We'll be playing it all the time. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. More love and respect to you, yeah?
And thank you for support reggae music, real reggae music. Thank
all
you
the
very much.
time.
God bless you all.
Blessed
Respect.
love. And
Yes,
yes, guys, that is Alborosie joining us all the way from Kingston, Jamaica. And you heard it, the brand new album For the Culture. And we've been playing you the tunes, and I know Muzikal Sheriff on standby, Hapo. Oh gosh, bring it. Whoa.
Vibes Radio, the home of reggae.